Hello, this is Mike Yo with another edition of Laugh and Lesson. Today's lesson is sometimes there's too much technology. I know I said last time, well not last time, one of the previous editions that embrace technology at the times we live in. That's true, but sometimes there's too much technology. And the classic example is the local weather. I mean, it's ridiculous. They go on for 15 minutes. The Doppler radar, the low pressure, high pressure, the dew point, the heat index. It's really 80, but it feels like 90. And the jet stream and the barometric pressure, it goes on and on. It's like, just tell me the weather in one sentence. That's all I need. It's like you wonder if are there people out there like weather geeks that are really into this? You're waiting in line and some guy's like, hey, did you see the weather? I didn't catch the forecast last night. You're like, I think it might rain. I think it might rain a little bit later. It might rain? Is it going to rain or not? Is it a low pressure system? Is a low pressure system in place? Because if low pressure system is in place, that's going to be trouble. What about the dew point? What about the dew point? What about the heat index? What is going to rain tomorrow or not? Do you know why? No, I didn't pay attention to all that. I gotta know why it's gonna rain. Is it gonna rain tomorrow? Why is it gonna rain? Why might it rain? What about the jet stream? I mean, who are they talking to? Who cares? Another thing is, these weather people are too good looking. I can't pay attention to them. I mean, the beautiful the men and the women, and they wear these beautiful dresses, their makeup. It's just. And you're just like enamored. You're like, and let's go to the weather with Maureen. And she's like, I don't know. You're like, and you're looking at her and you're like, oh, I like the way your hair is. It looks so good. And they do the jet stream. They point. And you're like, oh, could you do that again? That point. Could you point that again? It's not. They're not bimbos. It's evolution. There's more good-looking people that are smart marrying good-looking people that are smart. Offspring is good looking and smart, so but you can't concentrate. They're like, and no, back to you. That's the forecast. You're like, forecast. I missed it. Anyway, another thing that kills me about this local news. They do that fluff story and then the pun segue to the weather reporter and the traffic reporter. It's like. And Clemson Elementary had a baking contest today, an apple pie baking contest, and the winner was Mrs. Holden's class. And let's look at the weather with Maureen. Well, Chet, everyone's gonna be baking tomorrow as the high pressure system is in place and the temperatures are gonna soar. The pun segue every time. Same with the traffic. It's like, and Tabernacle Farms had a bumper crop of corn and tomatoes and peppers this year. Now let's go to the traffic report with Joe. Joe, what's the traffic like? Well, Jim, it's bumper to bumper on I-95. So there's an accident up ahead and traffic is bumper to bumper. The problem now, though, is that the news is so bad that there's no more fluff stories, It's like 3 bodies were found with their heads chopped off in Kensington today. Their bodies are laying there and the heads were nearby. The incident is being investigated. Now let's go to the weather with Maureen. Well, Chad, the ocean's going to be really choppy today because Hurricane Priscilla is really wreaking havoc with the beaches. The undertow is going to be terrible. Going to be some choppy weather and some choppy beaches and some choppy seas. And then the traffic guys, same thing, It's like, and the Schuylkill River is overflowing, and 3 people have drowned, and the riverbanks continue to overflow. Let's go to the traffic with Joe. What's the traffic like, Joe? Well, I-295 is flowing nicely. Unusual for this time. Anyway. But the other thing is, I mentioned hurricane season is here, and I do agree with all people. It's not me that says it. I mean, it's not unique to me. Everyone says they should change the name because the names are are too, too pretty. The women, Hurricane Priscilla, and hurricanes are deadly. They kill people. I mean, so they need a name that's like more serious, like Hurricane Dildo Up the Ass. That's a good name. That's a real good name. That'll get some attention, It's like Chet, and they always have that one reporter, that's in the middle of the hurricane, and he's like hanging onto some pole or something, and that guy's he's got to be tired of that assignment now. I mean, he's got to be fed up. So you go there, like, and now this is Chet reporting. Let's go directly to the hurricane in Melbourne, Florida, with our reporter Jim Brennan on the scene. Jim, what are the conditions like? He's hanging onto the pole like this. Conditions, Chet? Oh, it's a little windy and a little rainy. It's a motherfucking hurricane. Yes, Chet. The conditions are unbelievable. What can people do to prepare for Hurricane Dildo Up the Ass? Well, Chet, I'd say grab your ankles, bend over and grab your ankles, because Hurricane Dildo Up the Ass is boring in, and there'll be no lubrication. And I know you're banging that young intern. I know you're banging that young intern with your blow-dried hair and your custom-made suits. Okay, we have some transmission problems. We'll get back to Jim later on the conditions of Hurricane Dildo Up the Ass. But, it's... They do need to change the name. So the lesson today is sometimes there's just too much technology and too much information. So cut through the information like a laser beam and get to the essential, what's necessary. This is Mikey O with another edition of Laugh and Lesson, of course.